Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Irene and I'm currently studying to be a registered dietitian, and I thought that today I would show you guys what I eat in a day. So even though I am a dietetic student, I'm by no means saying that this is how everyone should eat or that this is a perfect day of eating. What you eat and how much you eat depends on a lot of factors, including your age, your gender, your body frame, etc. I just really like watching what I eat in a day videos to see what other people eat, and I thought that I would show you guys what I eat as a dietetic student so that you could get some inspiration for healthy meals that you could include into your week. So without further ado, let's get on into it.
For breakfast, I'm having chocolate chip pancakes because that's what I want to have. Of course, they're not just your regular old box mix pancakes. These pancakes are packed with about 30 grams of protein. So to make these pancakes, I mix 1 egg and 60 grams or about 1/4 cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt. My favorite one is this one from Chobani, and then I add a teaspoon of coconut sugar or plain sugar and a teaspoon of honey. After mixing all the wet ingredients together, I add 1/3 cup or 40 grams of oat flour, half a scoop or about 15 grams of protein powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and baking powder each, and a dash of cinnamon. You can use whatever protein powder you want, but I recommend an unflavored one like this whey one by My Protein so that it doesn't change the taste of your pancakes. If you don't have oat flour, it's super easy to make. I usually just blitz up a bunch of oats in my blender and store it in a container for future use. You could also try it with any other normal flour that you have on hand. I've tried it with whole wheat and it worked just fine, although it might not work if you're trying to use almond flour or coconut flour. After you make the batter, you can add whatever mix-ins you want. I'll be doing chocolate chips, but you could always use blueberries, nuts, or whatever your little heart desires. Then I just cook them on the stovetop like you would any normal pancake. I do recommend not cooking them as long and to also cook on a lower heat compared to cooking box mix pancakes because they tend to brown faster than normal pancakes since they contain a lot more protein. I also recommend maybe using a proper spatula to flip your pancakes. As a pretty clumsy person, I tend to drop things a lot, as you will see in the video, and so not having the proper flipping spatula unfortunately caused me to fail to properly flip one of my pancakes. Then I just top with whatever fruit, nuts, and seeds that I have in the house. Today I'm topping with some blueberries, strawberries, and honey. And because I wanted to take a picture of my pancakes, I spent a long time trying to rearrange the fruit on my pancakes so that it looked somewhat aesthetic. And with my breakfast, I also always make a matcha latte and have some kombucha. So I don't have any of the fancy matcha stuff like the little whisk and everything. I wish I was that bougie, but maybe in a couple years. So I just make my matcha latte with a spoon of matcha powder, a scoop of inulin, which is a prebiotic fiber, and some cinnamon. And to that, I pour some hot water over it so that everything dissolves. And I like to add a little honey to sweeten it so it's not super bitter. And I mix that up with my reusable straw and add whatever milk I have. Today that's walnut milk, so that's what I'm going to be using. And the kombucha that I'm drinking is this one by Kavita, and I realize now that it's not even kombucha and I grabbed the wrong one because this is a sparkling probiotic. And then of course, as I attempted to eat my pancakes, I had to drop something again. I've also been told that I eat pancakes in a strange way. I like to eat them one by one rather than cutting through all of them and eating it that way. I don't know why I do that, but that's just how I eat my pancakes, and apparently that's weird. For lunch, I'm going to have something that I started making a lot this year, which is my Korean bibimbap inspired salad. I say that it's inspired because bibimbap actually means mixed rice, but I'm not going to be having rice today. I'll be using spinach as my base instead. To make this salad bowl, I'm going to first pan fry some tofu because this step takes the longest. To my skillet on medium-high heat, I'm going to add some oil and then my tofu. I use firm tofu because it's probably the easiest, and you can also cut it however you want to, but I just cut mine into cubes this time. I season it with salt and garlic powder, and I kind of just wait a few minutes for the first side to brown, and then I turn it over to another side and rinse and repeat until all the sides of the tofu are brown. The first side definitely takes the longest, but afterwards it goes pretty quickly. Then I will transfer it to my bowl of spinach as I continue to prepare the next part. Next, I'll saute some dinosaur kale in a pan, season with some salt, pepper, and coconut aminos to sort of give it a different flavor. And it wouldn't be me cooking if I didn't drop something again. After that's done cooking, I transfer it to my bowl or plate and then continue with the next part. And then I'm going to saute some baby bella mushrooms seasoned with salt and lemon pepper. I'm also going to warm up some leftover roasted purple yam that I made yesterday in the same skillet since they both don't take up too much room. And I'll transfer both to my bowl and then make my sunny side egg. And evidently, I couldn't do that either without dropping something again. After that is done, I will add some kimchi and then top with my egg. I really like these kinds of salad bowls because I can get a lot of different veggies in one meal, and I don't really have to think about what goes with what or what dressing to put on it. Having the warm components of the dish really helps to wilt the spinach a little bit so it's more palatable than just having raw spinach. For dinner, I'm having some stir-fry udon. This is super easy to make and very versatile too. To a pot of boiling water, I add my frozen udon noodles and I cook them until they've pretty much separated. When you buy them, they're already cooked, so all you really need to do is make sure that they're thawed. And because I hate doing dishes, I'm going to take out my noodles, dump out the water, and cook my veggies in the same pot. So to the pot, I'm adding some sesame oil, my very poorly julienned carrots, and mushrooms. And I'll let them cook for a little bit. And I think because everything started sticking to the pot, I added some water to try and deglaze the pot. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I did it anyways, and that's probably why people use nonstick skillets. And then I added some leftover snow peas and tofu that I found in the fridge. And when everything is about cooked, I added my udon noodles back into the pot and seasoned it with some soy sauce and garlic powder. And I guess at this point I got tired of using my chopsticks to try and mix everything, and I gave in and got a spatula. And then after I put everything into my bowl, I topped it with some black sesame seeds just to try and make it look a little nicer. And then I just ate my dinner while watching some K-dramas.
I'm just gonna end my day here with some Godiva dark chocolate. I hope you guys all enjoyed this what I eat in a day. If you did, please be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and leave a comment down below telling me what your favorite meal from today was. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!